we go. Darth Alakai, thank you for the lurk. Hello there, chat. If you don't know what I'm doing today, we're modding something different. It has actually come to my attention that in Halo, in all of Halo that I know of, in all of Halo that I know of, the only human AI that have a sprinting animation are the civilians. Because in Halo 3, Halo 2, and all those Halos, the Marines just kind of jog. So they're really slow. But I found out that the civilian AI in Halo Reach actually have a full-fledged, full pelt, just like barreling towards you sprint. And that's used for them running away from the Covenant during Exodus. I thought, how about we zombify them and we create a zombie sequence? Now, I don't know if I can do this outside of campaign, but I'm pretty sure I could do it in Firefight. The reason why I want to try Firefight is because I can use Firefight's points. I don't know how Vengeful Phenomenon did that for his Reach Firefight. I don't know how Vengeful Phenomenon did that for his Halo Reach Exodus Firefight. Oh, not Exodus Firefight. Halo Reach Full Firefight. And I don't want to have to make a separate game mode for people to download. So I'm thinking of just making reworking a campaign map and adding a point system now. But I think Firefight might work a little bit better. So I'm going to quickly look for a small indoor map for Halo Reach. What would be a good map? I'm going to go to multiplayer. Multiplayer is the best maps for shit like that. Could use Sword Base. Sword Base wouldn't be bad. I'm also going to have to make it nighttime too. I'm going to have to change the time of day. Launch Station Island. Let me open up Halo so I don't have to open up the map in Sapien. You all know how these streams work. We basically just do chatting. We basically just do chatting and modding. That's pretty much what this is. It's like my own spin on just chatting because I don't know how long I can just sit in one spot and chat for without me doing something. I was originally working on my Halo Reach campaign mod, but I think I could do this while I take the time to work on the assets for that. Go creative, Forge, Halo Reach, built in. I don't have access to the modern map file. Broadwalk, Yard, Powerhouse, Reflection, Spire. Sword Base would be pretty good. No to Zealot. So far we got only Sword Base. Condemned, that can work. Penance. Solitary, maybe. And I could do Breakneck in just one of the buildings in Breakneck. I could look for areas more open spaces, but for now we're going to go for a World at War style of thing. So we got 3 maps. Condemned, Sword Base, and one of the buildings in Breakneck. I think Sword Base might be the way because I know Sword Base the most. Although we also have the spots where you can just jump down. I guess that wouldn't be too bad to have the ability to jump down. I would have to make the starting room the very bottom, though, so that players can't just jump down and be in an out-of-bounds zone. I'd either have to block it off, or I'd have to make the spawn, or I'd have to make you climb down one. Could I make it so you have to climb down one side to get to the bottom portion? You know where I can make the spawn zone? I can think of 2 spots that would be good spawn. I'm thinking of good spawn zone. And then we have the campaign that we could also look through. And I'm pretty sure there are some firefight specific maps. Those are campaign missions. Unearthed installations are falls are only firefights. I could do the indoor section of the thing. Hang on. I got 1 second. Muted. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I did find out a lot of things though. Thank you for telling me next. New Alexandria would not be that bad of an area. The areas. There's the hospital, club, and the other one. Lone Wolf and I think Pillar of Autumn would be pretty good. The Pillar of Autumn. I know you can't see the game, by the way. Unsapien. I think we'll still just stick with. Ooh, I know a good area actually. I know a really good area. It involves a campaign mission. A campaign mission I have not used in a very long time. I've got to duplicate this. Put this into the mods folder. I'm going to be using the mission I used for the Freddy Fazbear thing for the meme zombie. Rename zombie. Okay, here we go. So I also need to make test AI, which is I've just got to remove everything from this map. I already have the basic AI thing ready. I just have to modify their stat. So uh, uh, uh. It's just going to be a modified human NPC. I don't know how I would make them as militia. God, the city, even just the basic city dude looks so fucking cursed because he's got glowing white eyes because the eyes are textured differently. And I could make Marines to make them tougher if I wanted to. So much I could do here. All right, let's get the city. We'll go city 1. City 2. No beard. They have helmets? Why do they have helmets? Oh, it's just their hat. And or their hair? I guess their hair is decided by a helmet now. Save that. You're going to change the model to the zombie model. Then the render model to the zombies model so I can actually modify its shaders. Then we go down to 32. Changes torso so I have actually the model. Default. Then we can delete all this. Scroll up. Okay, so that's what default looks like apparently. We don't need the flare. We don't need decals. No beard. God, they just look so cursed already. Like I don't have to do anything. No helmet. Set that to the torso. There we go. There's our zombie. Default. I can see you there next. Just given the We want the eyes. We're looking for the eyes. Green eyes, blue and brown. Okay, we're going to change this. Expert mode. We're going to go to zombie. Shaders. Hang on, we need a new one. New folder, zombie shaders. Zombie underscore shaders. There we go. We have zombie shaders. Zombie underscore I. I didn't copy this originally. Fuck. Eyes blue. Copy that. Actually, we don't really need that, do we? It's going to be an Illum shader, isn't it? It's going to be illumination. So we can just go to the elites and we can take their Illum card, take the general's Illum, back here, zombies, into zombie shaders, paste that, zombie underscore eyes. Up, paste that. All right. So now that we're here, we can remove. You can see all the errors. We're just going to hide those in geometry setting. False. 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 Yeah. So now that we don't have errors on us, we can ignore all the problems in our life. I think this is a pretty good area to use. If not, we have multiple others we can use. We got like stuff like this. This area here. Yeah, I think we're just going to end up using this one. Because it's small, it's got open spaces, nice areas to go through. I think this will be good. I still don't remember if like characters can walk up these stairs or not, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I do like how there's this road here that goes to nothing. If you look over, there's the next mission just sitting here. Whatever. We're gonna work with this area, I think. We're gonna close off this doorway here so that you can't like, oh, we could just make it so it's closed off here. Make this area and this area closed off. So you can enter this room for like an upgrade or something. And then the rest of this area. And then we'll block all this off with rocks and shit. Actually, hang on. Why don't I copy and paste the stuff I did for the Freddy mod in here? Why don't I just use the Freddy mod? Because that's basically a pre-set up thing. Freddy FNAF Horror. Zombies. Paste that. We can delete that. And rename this to zombie. Because this one already has everything deleted. It has no script for it. I just have to remove the scripts. That was the... Where is this mission saved under? Oh, right. Solo. Levels. Solo. Mod. Zombie. I'll have everything the other map had, except I'll remove the ability to go to a different zone set. So we can strip the elite player representation. Fair enough. Okay. There's so many cool things. Okay. No render. Play off. Okay. Yeah, so here everything is removed. Because I removed everything from my mod. So I can do... all I have are these things. Oh my god, I forgot I still have Freddy Fazbear. I completely forgot that Freddy's model is still in the game. fucking Christ. How did I forget that? How did I forget that I still have this dumbasses model in this game? Yeah, this is a close-up look of when I made the Freddy Fazbear thing. Yeah, I did all this, and then the sights were done last. I'm so... How could I have forgotten that I made... Where can I spawn? I guess I could spawn the zombies up on the cliffs and have them jump down. Do I still have the zone? I think I do. Yes, I do. How could you forget? Look. I really wanted to, Nex. Believe me, I really did. I wish I could. I really fucking wish I could have forgotten. There was parts of me that wished I could forget that I made that stupid mod. Alright, so I guess zone insertion is the thing I use for this. Or I could just copy. Can I copy these? No, I can't. Because I don't want them to run up here. That's the thing. I just want these characters to be on full aggression. Let's port in while I'm here. Hang on. First, I need to remove scripts. I need to remove the scripts from this mod. Wait, can I call? Can I remove scripts from here? Right, you spawn in this corner here. With no weapon. With no weapon and no music, this map is terrifying. That's why I used it for a mod. But hang on. Look what happens if you crouch. This is what happens if you crouch with no weapon. It's so dumb. It meant that people couldn't do machinimas because of this. Everyone just started switching to out of ammo energy swords so that they could crouch. Okay. But this works. This area works. I just need to port in I just need to remove the script and also port in the NPCs that I'm going to be using and get them to chase me in melee because they do have melee animations. They use the marine animations. Quad cells. Insertion zone. Here we go, script. Source files. We can remove all of these. Delete all. Delete all scripting data. We can actually close this. We need to close this while I remove the scripts. Globals. Globals can stay. Script. These scripts can stay because I'm pretty sure that's all about the original thing. That can stay. Data's gone. Cutscene flag. All right, we're going to save that just so that Sapien doesn't override my save. I drink liquid. Thank you. I needed a drink of my solo. All right. So let's see if it tried to override me removing the scripts. Doesn't look like it just yet, but hey. It seems to always do it whenever I want to get rid of it. Huh? No. Okay, it did remove the script. That's good. Debug. Remove. Hide. Okay. Born in. Player has all this stuff. All right, let's go edit type. Character. Oh, this is stuff still in the game. Doesn't matter. We're ignoring it. We don't care about Spartan June being here. Zombie. AI. Quads. Add. No, not add. Quads. New instance. Name him. Test _ zombie. Initial zone insertion. Objective is to kick your ass. Cells, new instance. Zombie. What's good is I don't need to test any other AI. I only need to test this idiot. Character. New instance. Zombie. He'll have no weapon. 1 point, spawn him here.
Shoot him! Somebody save me! Where are you?
He folded under zero pressure!
Flush him out. There it is. Let's get out of here.
He folded. I didn't do anything. Did he run upstairs?
Right here.
Okay, he can go up.
I found you.
Okay. So, folded under zero pressure. Cool. I know how to fix that. Hopefully. So, we're going to go into his AI and we're going to replace his fighting style with that of a brute chieftain. You don't know what that means? Basically, brute chieftains only have a melee weapon. So he'll try to run at me and just try to melee me. I hope. That's the plan, at least. Style. Chieftain armor. We're going to go to the style. Because he's currently apparently got trooper style. Actually, why don't I duplicate the brute AI? Hang on. Much better idea. He will talk like a brute, though, but that's fine because, you know, zombies don't talk like people anyway. Let me paste the style first. The only thing we have to remove is their ability to retreat. Because we don't want zombies retreating, otherwise that makes no sense whatsoever. AI, brute chieftain. Characters, zombie, AI, zombie, or not underscore a underscore. Nah, I can't call it that. I'll just remove the old zombie tag. Place it. Okay. AI. Zombie. He's appearing as a brute right now, but that's fine. We'll change that. And now he looks exactly like a human. Now if we go back here. Changing it just crashed my game. Crash my tools. That's very helpful. I love it when my tools crash. Just waiting. Don't you laugh. Don't you laugh at my crashing. This is not very Lamau. Okay. Hide, 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 hide. Sorry, I just have to immediately hide every single error. Don't you omega lol me. Okay. Spawn the player in. Now let's summon our... Oh, right. It didn't save the data for the zombie squad. Zombie. Initial zone is insertion. The character will be our new zombie who will do nothing but mutter. Save. Did not give him a spawn point. That's okay. So what are you exactly trying to make here? Well, ever since I realized that civilians actually have a sprint animation, I've been trying to make a actual COD Zombies mode. Listen to him speak.
Covenant!
That's sprint animation. It does not seem to be using the right zombie, though. It seems to be using the wrong one for some reason. The old one. Let me back out of that. I think I put him in the wrong place. Hang on. Never seen a zombie throw a grenade? Me neither. But I think it's because I put him in the wrong place. I think I used that one. When he started speaking English, I had a feeling something was wrong. Okay, that should work now.
Aliens!
Nope. Which one's the right one then? Which one's this one? Okay, hang on. Hang on. I think I figured out the problem. Character. And he used this one. That one is the right one. Yeah, so he'll keep chasing. Record me an alien and ran away. I said people are rude. Yeah. Yeah, so he'll keep chasing me. And then I just snap out of... This is the one we want. We're going to have to change their animation, though. The animation thing. Animation graph. That's what it's called. So here, zombie animation graph. So we go down to here. I did see a tutorial one time that someone added. For sprint. AI sprint. Okay, I found it. So in here, let me share my screen. Let me make this on the right one. So in here, this is our character. We got Diet Coke real back. All right, okay, all good. It's here somewhere. We can remove their shields because they don't have shields. variant. Thing called. I think it's under movement. Just need to remove their ability to say no. Here we go. I think it's like here. Zombie. Name this zombie. I think that should be it. He's not sprinting. He's still just jogging at me, which is not good. Not what we want. It's in the animation. Against 10. Hang on. All right, so let's change this to default. Make the chance 100. Save that. Summon our zombie. Okay, I know that's not you sprinting. You can do better. Enjoying that Diet Coke? Um, maybe it's because it's their running away animation. Let's check. Airborne dead. Uh, Sink marine desecration. Alert. Weapon class. Okay, they only have 2 weapon class. Pistol and idle. Alert. Let's see. Flee. That's the sprint. That's the one that has it. Why does flee only have airborne dead? Rifle. Nope. Elite Choke Marine B. They have that? I didn't know elites could choke Marine. I have to look into something like that later. Now we're doing this shit. Crouch. They have a crouch pose. Where's their running away? Where's their running away one? Unarmed. Here we go. Is there a way to debug animations? Let's check. Oh wait, it's F12, isn't it? How do I debug their animations? I think I froze the game. Yeah, I froze. Turned off game speed. All right. First off, we got to remove their thing. What if I set them thing to flee? What if I do flee? I could have like non-sprinters in the first round and then the final round. Then like rounds after a certain round make them all sprinters. Okay, first off, let me check to see if I'm actually modifying the right one. I don't have equipment. Where's the equipment coming from? Right. Equipment's coming from the fact that brutes are their AI host thing. Tag AI generic. Looks like the brute AI was what was giving them their voices. Yeah. All right, let me go grab the brute voices so that they use that. Copy entire block. And append entire block. All right, so they have their brute voices back because that's the closest thing that I can think of to that. Use head marker for looking. I don't know how to make them run. Because I can't find their fleeing animation. Or at least whatever they use to sprint. Walk front is that. Hang on, let me see if I can find out how to debug animation. Debug. Okay. Shift F2 to change. So, F12.
Zai auzu zumib a sushi pesh thumub eop. Seir umi.
This doesn't work on these guys. Let's make their parent animations Marines, because I don't think the civilians have melee animations. Let's set these guys' parents to Marine. I'm also thinking of... I have an idea. Hang on. Okay, so first we're going to take out all the zombie characters. And we're going to change them all to... We're going to grab the brute forms. Because the brutes have... what are they called? The brutes have berserker mode. So I just want to see if I can make it so the berserk is just that. Take that out. Close. Yeah. Delete. Delete. Then we're going to go to brute. We're just going to grab the regular brute. Brute. We need to make sure they can actually fight. As long as they can fight, it's good enough. Reopen foundation. Why is that not opening? All right. Foundation is broken. Oh, right, wreck. I'm looking at other things and I just take off what I'm looking at and I look down and I see that you've tried to throw something. Okay. AI brute, change the biped to the Spartan. Oh, not Spartan, zombie. Save and refresh. Brilliant. All right, there you go. There you go, next. The throws work now. Yep. You shouldn't do that. Okay, you're not seeming to melee me. So let's give you a parent animation graph of the Marines because they can melee. Switch to expert mode. And let's delete you just so you don't fuck up something. Bro, those some high-tech zombies. Yeah, they are. They have fucking plasma grenades. Where's the Marine? Okay, now they have the ability to melee me. Let's take away their grenades and armor lock. No armor lock. I know how to debug their thing. I just realized I know how to debug their movement. Okay, I took away your grenades. Why are you still throwing them? Okay, well, I know how to debug his movement now. No way he still chucked a grenade. No, not allowing you to do anything with that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Open this up. We're going to spawn one of these guys in. No, that's not what I wanted. That just opened up every single... No, okay, good. Biped. Summon our zombie. Okay, I never actually did the zombie one. Okay, we have our zombie. Now, can I give the biped equipment? No, I don't think I can. Probably pick up. Wrong button. We'll probably just put down a piece of... Enable bump possession. Okay. So that's their default speed, and then sprint is just them puffing it a bit. I don't actually know if this is their sprint speed. I think this might be... This is their max speed or whatever. Yeah, they can't even walk sideways or backward. Sprint speed, I believe, is just because of the armor ability. We gotta change their normal walking speed. Wait, this is what I was gonna do anyway. I was going to... it still thinks I'm looking at the Spartan. Okay, hang on. We're gonna have to do some guessing work here. This bug again, really? There we go. It did that. It does that stupid bug where it doesn't let you leave the thing. All right, so we got to change their walking animation to one. Oh wait, first off, I need to check to see if I can melee. I think I can melee without a weapon in this. Let's just see if they can melee. Well, I can technically melee. Oh my god, I gotta get him. Yeah, so he can melee. Yeah. So the sprint thing doesn't actually work on the Marine. It makes them faster. Alright. So I can't use the melee without a weapon, but they should be able to. I just gotta change what their running animation is. I think combat is the one, but this only has getting choked by an elite and dead. So that's not exactly the one. It would be under any then, wouldn't it? Airborne, landing, no. Where do they put it? Combat, no. Can't do that. Hang on, let me check. Let's look at a random animation. Yeah, let's type up rifle. That says rifle. Okay. So I cannot for the life of me figure out what their animation is for movement. It's legit just airborne and then dying. So here we go. We got their movement. Walk and Is it just walk? Do they only have walking animation? Yeah, I think I found it. I think advanced is their moving forward with that moving forward one. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Weapon class, unarmed. Okay. Walk front, that's pistol. That's patrol. Hang on. Yeah, combat. Unarmed. Let's do move front. Change the animation to overheat. Hang on, actually I shouldn't have done that. It was patrol. Patrolled, unarmed. Move front. Let's panic. Still don't move when you do that. Alright, hang on. Let's clean up the map. So this is their patrol animation. He's gonna look into his eyes. So let me try walk front. Let me try walk front. Oh, what if they're called panic? What if those movement animations are just called panic and not what I thought they were? Yeah, what if they're called panic? Hang on. Maybe that's why I kept getting it wrong, because I kept calling it flee instead of panic. All right, let's try that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So now when they see me, they'll do this. And we just need them to melee now. Which they're not doing for some reason. So why weren't they melee? They have the Marines animation graph. I have an idea. I'm going to give the unarmed thing I'm going to give the unarmed stance the rifle melee animation. Element. Yeah, I fucked up. I did a little bit of little bit of a fucky wucky. We want to go to combat, which I finally figured it out. I'm so goddamn happy that I figured it out. Combat, Weapon class, unarmed. Want to append. All right, now they should be able to melee. Let's try this now. Yep. Okay, it's missing a little. Maybe that's because the character's in melee range. Melee. No, I'm not quite sure why I won't deal damage. Let me check. Hmm. So I think it's because they don't have melee damage. Let's check. Combat rifle melee. Yeah, I think it's because they don't have any damage. Probably because the damage comes from the weapon and not the thing. Okay, so what I could do is let's grab the energy sword. Let's make a fake energy sword with no ammo. I'm gonna make a fake energy sword with no ammo. That's how we're gonna fake in some damage. Because the energy sword has damage when it's out of ammo. Tag, object, weapons, and we're just gonna label the energy sword as unarmed. Wait, there's an unarmed weapon? Hang on. Zombie underscore melee. Apparently there's an unarmed weapon, which I did not know about. We're just going to use that instead, because I can't be fucked using anything else. And we're just going to give the zombies their claws, their weapon. That makes... That way they can do some damage. I think that's how it works. Let me check, actually. Let me see, because I know the map still exists. Or at least, no, there's footage. Halo Reach. Zombie. No, I'm not looking for the machinima. Mod. It's called something fall. JJIJ. What's the map called? I just want to know what the map's called. Stop talking shit. Halo Reach Zombie. What is this called? Fuck it. I know Hidden Xperia talks about it. He knows the name. That's all I'm looking for. Downfall. Halo Reach. Downfall.
through with another.
There's only 2 videos talking about it. What animation are these? Oh, I think they just don't have a rig. I think their left hand isn't rigged to hold a weapon. I think that's what they've done. Object, weapons, melee, unarmed, zombie melee. Melee damage parameter. Here we go. So we can just, I think this is where you do it. Yeah, so it's supposed to use the energy sword. Unless it's supposed to use, hang on, don't save. Unless the civilians themselves have a melee parameter. Damage. 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 Collision damage. Ah, they don't have a melee damage thing. That's why. They don't have a melee damage. Melee damage. All right, let's get rid of their melee damage. Well, let's give them melee damage. They do have a thing, kick body damage effect. All right, let's check to see if that did anything. All right. Show me you can kill him. You still can't do it. You disgust me. All right, hang on. Let me actually hold up. Because it might just be that they don't do friendly fire. Although that then, you know. Let me give them the same damage effect as the brute. Pathetic, yeah. Melee damage. Brutes have melee damage. How much melee damage do brutes do? Fucking 50 damage. Holy shit. Okay. It's can't even do a point of damage. Yeah, these guys. It might be in the animation graph. Let me check. Brute. Biped. Let me check their bipeds. Area of effect. Oh. Eviction. There's a damage response for when you get kicked, enemies get kicked out of vehicles called eviction damage. I'm not sure why this doesn't work. Hmm. Let's let them do it. Eviction damage hurts our dignity, exactly. All right, let me check the brute animation graph and look for their melee and see if it's in a frame reference thing. Combat. Let's look for rifle. Rifle. Melee. No. A legacy frame event. Let's check the regular animation. Combat. Rifle, melee. Fucking hell. Am I not in expert? That's because I'm not in expert mode. That makes sense. Because I wasn't in expert mode. Yeah, no, I don't know why the melee won't work. Yep, I thought I died for a second there. Yeah, I don't know why you're not doing. Yep, that's not good. Okay, that's your own fault, not mine. Well, it actually is my fault because I was the one that made him throw the grenade. I still have bump possession enabled by mistake. I possessed him by mistake. Okay, you're not doing damage still. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna see if it's because they need a weapon of some kind. Where the fuck is he running away? New instance. Let's give him a weapon. Give him an energy sword. Not like he can use it. It's just Wamu. Okay, no. You can't use energy swords. If an enemy can't hold a weapon, they just straight up don't spawn with it. Melee me. Okay, that did no damage at all. Shoot me! Well, not shoot me. Actually, punch. Hang on. Where's the rifle? Assault rifle. Yeah, okay. So you're not doing any damage. Alright. Discord, tell me. Yep. That is everything. Object. Back to the zombie. I'm still confused. Melee. Hmm. So he's still not doing melee damage. Hang on, let me grab a brute. Well, actually, I don't need to spawn in a brute. I can spawn in Freddy Fazbear. Take away the weapon, actually, real quick before I do that. Melee me. Guess Freddy Fazbear doesn't do anything. Ah, because he doesn't have fleeing stuff, does he?
Zuzip Musum, Rurimu Zep, walk. Unuda Esh, Spices, we're up, Moontashu. Izolo!
Yeah, he can make. What about Marines? Do we have Marines here? What about the old civilians? Civilian male.
Son of a... Aliens!
Stop chasing. Oh, that's fine. I just need to see if you can actually melee. If your melee hurts me in any way. Let me make me deathless so I don't actually die. You actually not do damage? I don't think these guys do damage. No, they don't. Why don't... Marines don't seem to do melee. Hmm. Okay, so... Here we go. Okay, so they just don't have frame events. They just don't have frame events. That's fixable. That actually is fixable. That's not something that I need. I can also remove that. Take away that. Go here. Go back to zombie. And we're gonna have to do testing. Because we're gonna have to do the kick and we're gonna have to do the swipe. So stupid how they just... Now, let me also check to see. Let's go to the IK. IK thing. IK thing. Left arm. L arm. What if I do that? Will that break it in any way? That's exactly what I wanted. Now they won't. Now the hand won't go crazy when I modify the thing. Okay, so the IK chain is fixed, so they won't. Their arm won't go back like that when they melee. Go back. Oh, good. You do your thing. Okay, this is also going to modify it for the regular civilian male, but you know, like, I need a melee anyway, so we can fix that. Rifle, rifle, rifle. Crouch combat. Probably could have used the elites for this because the elites, what's it called? Wait, was I'm at combat rifle. Does it go from a combat rifle to alert? God, this isn't in order in any way. Combat rifle. No, I want melee. Made. Melee. Can I? It won't scroll through these things, will it? No, it won't scroll through them. Means I have to still look for these frame events through specifically. Combat pistol, combat rifle. Here we are. Melee. Effective. Add. Frame offset. Let's say 39. Oh, we don't have an effect. Hang on, we got to add the damage effect. Add, allow on player. Go here. Object, characters, zombie, marine, damage effect. Apparently damage effects don't count. That's cool. Where's the elite? How does the elite do it? Rifle. Melee sword. And how does one add melee? Combat. Where's the rifle melee? Right after jump. I think that's how this works. I just cannot find this. There we go. Melee. Oh. That how it's done. I have an itch in my hand. My hand. Type. This is what it duplicate. And then set this to primary keyframe. When you kick. Okay. Apparently not when you kick. Okay. That's like way too late. So we're going to set that to maybe 29. Event name. Damn. Okay, that's way too late. Let's set that to 10 frames. There we go. We got it. We got it. Yeah, so 10 frames for both of them should be enough. Duplicate. Damage. Frame. 10. So it looks like there's also a bunch of different kicks. Variant 2, duplicate. Damage. I hate how much this lags. Damage, frame 10. Duplicate. Damage. Frame 10. Primary frame. Got that I need to make the rest. I need to make it primary keyframe. Let's see here. There we go. Let me hide myself. I'm gonna go outside and watch this guy kill everyone around him. Look at him go. He can smell another one. He can smell another one. Alright, now I just have to set that to that won't damage friends. But that's good. That works. That's really good that that works. We're going to change brute damage melee effect. We're going to copy that one. Characters. Zombie. Damage effect. And they spelled damage wrong. Damage effect. Paste that. Zombie melee. Alright, so that's the zombie damage effect. So what happens when I make it 500 and 500? Alright. So now all I have to do is modify the biped to make them look undead. So we're not going to also make him an instant kill. We're going to make them do 50 damage. We don't want you to die instantly. Render model. Let's start with the eyes. Okay. Their eyes are not randomized. Not. It kind of makes it more annoying to set up, but that's fine. General. Oh, right. I already did do their eyes. I just have to make it so that they head with the right eyes. Which one has blue eyes then? Default. Let's just make them default, I guess. I think default is the one. Default. I accidentally add an extra letter to that. Oh. Save. And then we delete all the old ones. So only default spawns in. Okay. That's kind of what we're looking for, but not what we're looking for. So we're going to go and we're going to modify the eye shader. What color will be yellow. And we're going to change the illumination map to just the singular color. Because that's the thing. Default. I think it might be in shade. Here we go. Default bitmaps. Here we go. Alpha white. This is what we're looking for, but we're probably not white. We'll see what black. Is there a yellow? Oh, yes, there is yellow. There's just color yellow. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to make this black again, so. Why don't you change it back? Nah, because it uses this for the illumination. Self-illumination just needs to be simple, right? Simple. Set that to yellow. Tag, shaders. We go to default bitmaps. Just be yellow as well. Oh, this is looking good. Now we don't need that to do this weird periodic thing. We just need basic. Do that. And set it to maybe... Let's see what happens if I set it to 10. Oh, this is what we're looking for. Let's see what... Let's see a zombie texture. Odd zombie. Is it a glowing yellow? Yeah, it's like a glowing yellow-ish eye. Spawn one in. Yeah, look at him. So obviously there's going to be more than one. Why can he jump? Why can they jump? So now... Oop. So now I just need to make them look dead. So I think I can easily do that by changing their skin bitmaps. Because when you change... Each bitmap has a detail map, and I think I can just change that. So we're going to replace all of these eyes with the zombie eyes, so that no matter which head they have, it's always going to be the glowing yellow eyes. There are only two. There are actually only two. Civilian shirt decal. That's not what you need. I need decal. Civilian shirt. Okay. Civilian male shirt. Change it to zombie shirt. Or zombie male shirt. Color change map. Don't really worry about the color change map. It'd be a detail map. Here, detail map. Does it make the detail map the color black? Oh, it just straight up, if you make the detail map the color black, it makes their shirt completely black. Okay, but that's good. We don't need that. We need like some kind of explosion, some kind of like explosion bitmaps. Let's see. Let me go through the search thing and see if I can find a search for explosion bitmaps. Ooh. Scorch. See if I can find a scorch mark. I want to see what this guy's. I want to know what he put on it. Blast, scorch, medium, blast, scorch. Let's see what blast scorch looks like. Open file location. It's under tags FX decals. Tags FX decals. Let's see. Round marks. No. Not really what I'm looking for. Decals. Impact bullet. Impact explosion. Explosive and small. Nothing. Medium. Nothing. Oh, because bitmaps. No. Plasma. Scorch medium. I don't think that's one. I don't think that's it. This is just a problem with how big it is. Plasma impact. What is plasma impact? Yep. Plasma impact medium. Still just pitch black. I see why. Welcome back, Nick. I don't think detail maps is the way to go. Ooh, what about material texture? Hang on, let's set this back to the scorch mark. I didn't really do anything. Why does the scorch mark actually look pretty nice for a shirt? Whatever. What about the material texture? Checkerboard. What happens if I do that? Okay, so that's the checkerboard. Glowing eyes, yes. Yeah, we got the glowing eyes working. We're trying to get this thing to work. FX. See how the scorch mark looks. Scorch. Not working. It's just making normal looking shirts. I think this guy looked like he has a normal looking shirt, but we got the glowing eyes working. I'm just trying to make him look dead. I don't know how this other guy, this guy who made a mod, aged. If I had access to the thing, I'd be on. Wait, I do have access. Hang on. If it's still active. I don't know how this guy made those look like. The best that I can think of is to just extract the bitmaps myself and give them new bitmaps. Like just rough up the bitmaps just a bit. Oh, it could be the camouflage actually. Because I do see a camouflage color change map. Maybe that's it. Hang on, let me check. If it's this, it might be it. Map. Camo eyes, yeah. That didn't change shit. What the fuck?
Sha, zu show. Let's relax.
You got scared and threatened. Now he thinks everyone's laughing at him.
Rush. Chisebum aimu.
This spot seems to be a safe space for people. Not if I do this though. Yep, they're still throwing grenades. Give myself a gun real quick. Oh shit. Yeah, this could work actually. Hang on. Let me just... I just have to take away their ability to retreat. I punched a civilian in the face. Oop. I see you're still capable of doing that. I see you're still running away from me. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Fucking civilians versus super soldier. That punch, exactly. Map reset. I think I'll just leave them the way they are for current testing. But now we have to figure out a spawn zone. I don't want to leave interior. I don't want to leave this outside area as the spawn zone. Although I am thinking of changing the location now. Because I don't know if I feel good about this map being the map that But I need a small map. It's good because all the scripts have been stripped and there's nothing here. And there's nothing here to like for me to remove. But also, other maps could probably work better. I do know how to mess with it though, because I can use the metagame data. Let's save how it is though, because we got the AI working. The map doesn't need to be dark or anything. We got the animations, we got the animation graph working and everything. I don't remember closing Halo MCC. I'm going to reopen it so we can look at map. Second. Next. Right. Okay. Let me quickly look at some maps in Reach. Because I don't think campaign mission is fine, but it won't do well. There's problems with campaign map. Plus, if I just use Halo Reach, I don't have to, and I compile pathfinding, I don't have to worry about retreating pathfinding too. Could use a firefight map though. Reach custom firefight. Could use holdout. Holdout could be good. Waterfront's a bit large. I think for testing, I'm going to use sword base. Although actually, I've started. I might actually be better off sticking with what I've started with. Is there dig site for Halo? Halo. No, there is no Halo Reach dig site. Okay. So I accidentally chucked something at me again. Memory off. Wait. Geometry, hide all. Yeah, we have nothing on the screen now. Let's remove that one piece of equipment that we don't. Delete. Delete. Alright. So the problem with having the players spawn inside one of the houses is there's no real... Oh, actually, I could spawn the player here so that they can't... They're backed against the wall. They can't, like, jump up here to leave. And they have to fight zombies that, like, jump from down here or something. It's a good small area to start in. Only issue is nothing there. Alternatively, this make the players start Maybe around here. Block off the stairs. Oh, the door's still here from the mod. Perfect. Good thing it has all the assets. Right, the generators that I forgot to remove. Right, so I think I'm going to use this area here. This could be a good spawner zone. Where's the starting point? Right, I forgot that I made this co-op in a co-op experience. Delete and delete. Here. 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 And here. This is the starting point. This will be where the players start. And make sure they can't jump up on any of it. I mean, obviously, if the players decide to stack up, they'll be able to jump out of the map, which is a problem. But I guess that's just for players who want to. I could always restrict jump height. I could always go into the globals and change the players' jump height. Which I might do now, so I can figure out if they can leave. This is... I'm gonna put in the... I'll put in the description of the mod. This was tested without friends. This was not tested with friends. Oh, I'll also need 8 spawns because if it's going to be using firefight, it's got 8 spawns. Change it here. Jump. Jump velocity. What happens when I make the jump velocity 0? Straight up, don't go anywhere. Jump velocity 1. Not really a jump. 1.6. Okay. That way the player can at least jump in some fashion. I'm just hoping they can't jump on top of a crouching Spartan. Okay, maybe it might... Maybe I should just make it so you get 1.2. I'm just trying to make sure you can't jump on top of a Spartan. Because if you can, then people are going to be able to fucking escape. And I don't want people to escape the map. Starting points. One here. 2 more here. This is for if you want to play... If you want to play, like... 8-player co-op. 8-player co-op. Oh. So, obviously, no way to escape. 8 players. Yeah. Halo introduced Firefight. MCC introduced Blood Firefight and also Firefight with 8 players. So you can play Firefight with 8 players now in Halo. So I just thought I'd make it so you can play this with 8 players, I guess. If I want to put an exit here, I gotta put something here that you can't walk through. Corvette. Yeah, let's put the Corvette here. Why does it have sound? Why does the Corvette have sound? Domestic storage rack. They domesticated the storage rack, chat. Water tank. Top old generator. Low poly. Oh, it is low poly. Large hanging net. Well, they are large hanging net. Oops, the fuck you. Civilian male. Look at you. You're such a scenery object. Invisible box. I'm pretty sure this is here so I can block off players with invisible walls. Pathfinder helpful railing. Detonation charges activated. Yes. Cinematic overlook army. Okay. Probably something else that I don't understand. Probably for the ending cinematic. Toilet. No, no toilet. I really thought I was going to have a toilet there. Vet computer. Hell yeah. What's a good thing that I could use? Electrical generator. I also need to put a button there that says like, press this to open up door. Bench. That should protect it. That should stop players from getting through. Fucking hell. Don't think that's gonna work. Ooh, I know. I can grab like a truck, a scenery truck. Or a pelican works. Yeah, let's use the pelican as a scenery object. Let's make the crashed pelican your doorway out. No. Civilian. Here we go. Cargo truck. Yeah, the cargo truck has no scenery. Do any of these have scenery? Civilian transport ship. That's fucking massive. So I'm gonna have to go with no. All right, military truck. Pickup truck, no. Oni van, no. Okay, so only one of them had one. Military truck. This is the only one with a scenery object. Make this the fucking egg. And I need crates. Question is, no, not really a question actually. I was gonna say. Let's see if I can get crates too. I don't want to use normal crates. Crates can be moved out of the way. Gear, human, military. Crate. I want to make it so this truck is in the way with all these crates. And you have to like pay to move it out of the way. Fuck. Ammo box. No. I drink liquid. Yeah, sure. Can't have you perishing here. Why not? 55 gallons is large, right? Crate packing. Yep, that's kind of what I wanted. Crate packing giant. Yep. Yeah, it's not as big as I thought it would, but that's big enough. Pathfinding. Wait, I just deleted something I needed. I hope. God, I hope that wasn't needed. Just in case that was needed. I'm going to reopen the scenery and hope that I didn't delete something important. Eh. You laughing at me? You laughing at me because I think I deleted something important? For shame. All right, let's stop all this error text by ignoring it. That's how you stop errors, by the way. You ignore them. Oh, I did save at this point. Oh, thank God. I saved at all the player starting points. I do think I need to set them all to survival mode. Actually, let's not set them. Oh, let's do it anyway. Make this a firefight map. Just so I have access to metagame score. So, what do we give this? What do we make the spawn weapons? Because I'm pretty sure in Call of Duty they're currently, or at least the last time I played COD, there was the RK5 and the Shiva. So it'd be a DMR and like a burst pistol, I guess. Maybe I should do war weapons first. Should I do doors first or war weapons? Yeah. Yeah, night vision in this game. Yeah, there actually is a flashlight. If you look very closely, it does turn on a flashlight, but the night vision is the whole point thing. All right. Let's do war weapons because that's going to be a completely different script. So I need to go to object. First, I need every single weapon as a scenery object. So if we go here, we go DMR. Is the DMR in this mission? It's not. We get the DMR. We click done. Then we go to scenery. Go here, add. And then we go to the DMR again. And the reason we do this is because scenery objects aren't weapons. They can't be picked up or anything. That means we can put them on the wall and let the player use them. DMR, DMR scenery. There we go. And then we get to this. We create a new folder. Add folder. Wall underscore weapons. Words. Exactly. Word. If we go here, we can click here. Go DMR. And now we have a DMR. Now it's this unusable DMR. This DMR is not usable. So we just set it along correctly. Like that. Now there's a DMR on the wall. Not affected by gravity in any way. And we call this wall underscore weapon or DMR. Wall weapon DMR. We don't actually need to give that a name now that I think about it. We do, however, need invisible button for buying weapons. Ugh. Which I do believe exists. Device. Invisible or switch. And it's called invisible switch. Then we just need to make each and every single different one of them unique in the fact that they all have a different name. Invisible switch, device control, commands. We got to command V that. Invisible, we call it DMR underscore wall by. And we're going to make a new folder and it's going to be called shared underscore zombies underscore wall underscore shiz. DMR wall by. And once we do that, we can just copy and paste it to the different one to a different one every single time. So I think it said it was in the shared objects folder for levels. Shared. Device controller, invisible switch. Yep. There we go. So that's there. Now we go to devices, controls, edit types, and then we add our invisible switch for the one we're using. Which there is a lot of. DMR device walk. Click OK. Go here. And we rename. I think it's because I hate that shit. So just put that in the wall here. And we call it DMR underscore wall underscore by. We call it DMR wall by. Do that. Now we set the position to, we make a position group, I think. Yeah, add a position group. Call it DMR underscore wall. Call it DMR underscore wall. That's that. All right, now this is where scripting comes in. I know, bleh, coding. You all hate that. Everyone hates coding. Now, originally I tried to do this into Halo 2 until I realized that the civilians sprint at you. We go into... Right. We can actually just copy and paste something I made for Halo 2. It's actually funny. I tried doing this for Halo 2 and I remembered. So now I can just grab, copy and paste it. Where is it? There it is. Mod. Anyway, space station, zombies, wall bites. We're going to make our own script thing called wall bites. So we go to the Halo Reach editing kit. You guys can't see this because I don't want you to see my folders. We go data. We go to levels. We go solo. We go mods. And then we get the modded map, which I'm pretty sure I just named zombies. Oh, it's not, not let us see it though. I don't want you seeing my folders. Test, no, not test. Levels, solo, what is it called? Mods, zombies. It's just called zombies. So create a new folder called zombies. And then we go in there and then we make a folder called scripts. At least I think that's what I did. I can check for the FNAF one. Yeah, I also need one called chapter titles. I think I need it for chapter. No, yeah, I'll need it for chapter titles because I need the round number in the corner. Because this one isn't going to use what I normally use. So we can just steal the FNAF horror map one. And then we can have a blank one here. Create a blank one, rename blank. And then of course we have to edit it so so it is actually blank. We can copy and paste it. We call it zombies underscore wall by. Now, fun fact about this one is that as long as if we make another map and we name them all the same things, we can actually just redo this if we want to into a different one. Let's open this in Notepad++. So let me share. I can actually share the screen for my coding. Oh, up. So I'm literally copy and pasting code from the first one I tried to make. So this one would be device get position DMR underscore wall underscore by. Copy and paste that. Device set that again. Now what we want to do is we want to change this one to DMR wall by with no space. That way it actually picks it up. Then we go into the game. We go to going back to Sapien. You go back to Sapien. Remove this. Items. Weapons. And then we want to place a DMR on the wall. You can already tell it looks a bit different to the scenery object DMR. Okay. Can I set this to local? Can I set rotations to local? Local axis. There we go. Okay, why are you going that way? Okay. So then we call this DMR underscore wall by. We call it that. Save. And make sure our script makes. Yep. So now we can actually test this by going object underscore create underscore clone DMR underscore wall by. There you go. Now we need to clone because you can't create two of the same objects without being a clone. So now what we do is go add mission script, go to zombies wall by. That will add the mission script. Now we need to take away all of these so we can actually look for errors. So now we've added them, compile. And there we go. Wall by has worked successfully. Now we can do a quick map reset. Run game script. It is running an old script that I thought I removed. File script. What are you running? It is using old script that I thought I got rid of. Okay, now if we can have this. I forgot that I have to make this not automatic. Okay, there we go. Finally. Not automatically. Save. Now, why are you running old script? Let me quickly check. I gotta close that was. How do I remove script? Remove script. Okay, where is the map file? Map file. Let's see if it somehow added its own script back. Scripts, please. Cool. Crashed. Even asking it nicely didn't work. Why'd you crash? Did I fuck up the map somehow? Is it because it's trying to find the old scripts and it's just like, oh no, we can't find the old scripts, therefore we have to crash? I think it is. Because even if I scroll down to it myself, it crashes. Let me run Sapien. Answer the door. Give me a sec. Apparently doing my own dinner tonight. I'm apparently doing my own dinner tonight. I forgot that. Let me quickly check. Compile script. Run game script. My issue is it's still running the scripts for the FNAF one, which it shouldn't be doing, nor should it know how to do it. So if I do this, yeah. This is a pretty tight room to be starting in. This is going to be a very small room to start in for the players to have to fight off zombies in. Why are you holding it so high up? Yeah, so I guess it wasn't just a thing. Why are you holding that so high up? That works. I don't know why they do that sometimes. That doesn't explain why. Hang on, let me save. Because I've already saved. Let me check. Right, so I've broken the map somehow. Maybe it's because I labeled it as survival. Let's save. Now that I've not labeled it as survival, I'm going to reopen. All right, let's see if this fixes it. Nah. I broke the map, I guess. Which is kind of annoying. Well, removing the script seems to have broken it. I guess I need to make a new one. That does always mean I can change the map now. If I want to. If I want to change the map, I can change it. I still have the script. Yeah, they're not even... It doesn't even save the other scripts here. I don't know why. I don't know why it would try. All right, let's change the map while we're doing this. Considering I wanted to. Let's go back to Halo MCC and check the maps. That loads. I don't know why the black screen. It should be showing Halo. What's with the crying emoji? We're gonna end stream with choosing a map because I actually have to order dinner. I'm setting up my own dinner for tonight. Could do countdown. Countdown would not be bad. I was abandoned, left to fend for myself. Okay, stop being dramatic. Stop being dramatic next. Yeah, I think sword base is definitely the bet. Why the two? I'm just trying to think of how I could use sword base. It's either I use sword base or one of the firefight map. See, I think okay, so like if I go down here, I think down here, this could be a pretty damn good spawn. The issue is there's nowhere for me to spawn enemies in and hide their spawn. Because I could have a doorway here, a door here, make it so the player can't jump over this or something, and a door there, and the zombies come out. And by come out, I mean I guess I just spawn them in, like in out of nowhere. Because this is a pretty good starting room. This starting room isn't bad. Then you can open up to go into like this room and then open up into this giant area. Or I can make the starting room over here. Yeah, that might actually be an issue. I completely forgot that there was a gravity lift. I could make it so the gravity lift, you have to pay to open it temporarily. You can send yourself straight up to the top and it only opens when you open this area up. Because this wouldn't be a bad area to have a thing. The same with that vent. I also have to give the NPCs, the AI, like, the ability to see you through walls. The issue is the constant amount of gravity lifts. Although I'm pretty sure if you used this... I don't know if you can just stand on top. Can you just stand on top? Oh, you know what? Needs to be big enough to hold a Guta. Because the Guta is going to be like, boss round enemy. It needs to be big enough to hold a Guta. I guess that makes maps kind of irrelevant. I could work on something in Forge World, but Forge World's a bit difficult because everything's placed down. Powerhouse could. And let me look at firefight. Reach custom firefight. I guess unearthed. No, it'd be too hard. The map could be large to use for firefight and stuff. Courtyard maybe. I would have to put down a bunch of cookie cutters and stuff if I was to use a more open one. Depending on how open it would be, I'd have to work around cookie cutters, which is like a thing that you use to place fake walls for AI. That's what cookie cutters are, just in case you didn't know. It's only coming to me now how little multiplayer maps there are. There's like 20 maps, which seems little now that I'm working around these things. Boneyard could work. Yeah, let's use Boneyard. Fucking cat. The cat that looks like it's about to fucking sneeze. Levels. Multi. Boneyard. I love how it's just called Boneyard in this. Right. Shit, I copied it the wrong place. Delete. Rename this to zombies. And rename the scenario to zombies. Go here, and then I need to remake the. And I need to remake the wall by. I'm gonna remake the wall by, then probably end stream or something because I have to go order dinner. Come on. Come on. Load up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Default vehicle set. No aircraft. Let's just set that to none. No vehicle. Ooh, actually. Oh, I just realized. We could add turrets as vehicles. Where the fuck am I? I'm so far away from the map. There's also just a phantom just chilling up here. I don't know why there's a phantom. So obviously we need to go through and delete everything. Equipment. Nothing. Weapons. I'm gonna say there's definitely not just no weapons. There are weapons everywhere. Devices. I don't think there are any devices or anything. There are a health station. We gotta get rid of those. We can make our own health station. Or just make it so the player fully heals after taking damage. Vehicles. Let's remove the vehicles. Does that include the phantom? Nope, the phantom is something else. Probably a scenery object. No? What the fuck is the phantom? Crate object? No. Is that motherfucker just part of the map? It might be under machines. It's under machines. Gotcha. Right. The phantom is under machines, not object. I think up here might be a good spawn. The empty room might be a good spawn room. I think around here might be a good spawn. There's like down here. Oh, there's a lot of eggs. Maybe just in this. Maybe in here, like up in this area here. There's like a lot of ways to. It's a lot more open than I thought it was. I was looking for a small map. This is not. I guess this is a big team battle map. Yes. I guess it's a big team battle map. I can always modify it by placing down objects to stop people from going into certain places. That's a good starting room. Ooh, hang on. Oh, this is a great starting room. Zombies can fall from up there. And I could just block off these areas with something. This is actually a pretty good starting room. Perfect for 4 players. Plus you can go out here as a doorway. Block the bottom of the stairway off. And then I can put like a giant rock wall around here so you can't keep going. Question is, how far do Gooters get here? Whatever. Giving the Gooters the glowing yellow eyes is going to be terrifying. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the spawn zones for the players in the mode. Don't know if I need to give them firefight spawns. We can save. Now, split mission script. Add mission script. Zombies wall buy. Save that. Now we have the wall buys for the zombies. Now we need to add the DMR as a scenery object, and we need to add the other thing. DMR scenery. Okay. Device underscore control. DMR wall by device. Okay. And we're going to put a DMR wall here. DMR wall. Turn it around like that. Why you keep making the brum noise? There we go. And a little bit more. Position group. Our position. DMR wall by. I think that's what it's named. Yeah. Maybe changed. Not can only be changed once. We don't want that. DMR wall by. Save that. Items. Scenery. Put it in the exact same spot. Place down the DMR. This doesn't need a name. This one doesn't need a name because it's legit just the DMR. Might be a bit too high. No, that's actually perfect height. I thought that was going to be too high. It's not. Yay. So we quickly save. We save and compile script. Right, I didn't make an object. I didn't make the weapon. I need to place down the weapon. Weapons. DMR. I got it to... I think I got it to stick. I think it fell through the floor. It did. You can't have that. Cannot have it fall through the floor. Oh, wait. Can I make it not affected by gravity? Well, it does fall. Create at rest. Okay, well, that's not working. Not automatically. Save. Compile script. I didn't rename it. DMR underscore wall by. God, I hate how laggy that is. All right, save. Map reset, and then we run script. Run game script. We spawn in, we walk over here. Why? Oh, I never specified. Shit. Not working. Okay, map reset quickly. Let me make sure the scripts are running. We have to rename Carbine Wallby to DMR Wallby. And then we press on this. Oh, hang on. Wait, I might have to restart the map. I might need to restart. Like, fully restart. Zombie. Foundation, close that. What? Yeah, the wall buys did in fact get put in. But you don't tell me the wall buys script is breaking this, right? Okay, no, global script. Yeah, that's still there. I was just very worried that the wall buys thing was breaking it. Run game script. Spawn in. Over here. And there we go. And then we have to, and then we have to disable it for like a couple seconds. Or we just need to push it back. Because it's still telling me to open the door rather than take the gun. All right, let's go to power group. The value is 1. DMR underscore power. Save that. Okay, then we want to set, change the script up. Set device power of DMR power 0 for 90. I don't think it's 90 seconds. It's like 90 in-game tick. And then after 90 in-game ticks, we're going to set the power back up to 1. So, start running game script, compile script. Not a valid bias. Just okay. So we compile, save, map reset. Then we can run script. So now when I walk up to this, and now you can't interact with it until it reactivates. That works. Now we have a DMR. And then we press this button. It'll give me the ammo and it won't be interactable. Oop. Oh, right. Because I have max ammo. And there we go. And they'll disappear when all the ammo is used up. I guess that's good, because then you can have a stockpile of guns that just are ready to be picked up by whenever. Can you jump over these? Oh, crap. If you crouch jump, you can get over these. Could make it so there's a death barrier down there. Or a kill volume. Alright, let's just start up the spawn room. We'll start with the spawn room first. Question is, can the zombies actually stand on these? Because I know the game has an issue with grates and shit. Okay. character, add, some AI. I need checking shit. Man. I think I also have to add the biped. If I don't add the biped, it doesn't. New instance. I'll call it spawn room zombies. Don't crash. I will be upset. Oh, wait. No, I saved. Fine. Let it load. Okay, yeah. Now it's crashed. All right, hang on. I thought it was going to load. Put the map back up. Okay. We're going to re-add. We got to re-add the AI stuff. Character. I also got to, I think I got to click don't strip pathfinding. Done. Okay. Don't strip pathfinding. Gotcha. I can enable the acoustics. I can enable and disable the acoustics chat. Okay, you guys want to disable the acoustics so that there's no acoustics in here? Zombie. Save. Set up a zone first, I guess. Call this zone spawn. Actually, I can just call these zones the game. Zombies. Areas. This will be the spawn room area. You in the corner over here. That's you in the corner over there. You in the corner here. And then we just up it and generate. Right, I figured out why. Generate pathfinding data for the current BSP. Gonna freeze for a bit, but that's just it generating pathfinding. So you can wait. I forgot that I muted before I walked away. I think it crashed before I left. Maps. So don't strip pathfinding. Let's go. Hey, look. Are there any other zones? No. Okay. So let's just do all zone sets, just to be safe. Okay, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. I'll be back. It's unloading. Tell me when it's done. Oh, it's still. I think it's because I clicked. I think it's because I clicked. Yeah. It's because I clicked. I gotta not touch anything. I'm just gonna set up pathfinding and then I'm gonna end stream while pathfinding goes off. While the pathfinding pops the absolute fuck off, we're gonna end. Max, why are you throwing shit at me? You just like throwing shit. Oh, why'd you crash? What was the reason for the crash? I clicked this. Nope, I have a feeling I might have broken the map. OBS space. No, I'm not going to touch anything. Find a raid. If I don't find anyone to raid, I'm just going to end. We're going to... I know, I think I'm just going to stream. Oh, it's actually loading the shit now. We're just going to end out, I think. But I hope everyone enjoys their day, night, whatever time it is. I will see everyone tomorrow with a different stream. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I'll see everyone tomorrow.